Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Sheffield United way. We've just gone and won our first game of the season at home against Watford 1-0, and thank God for that. Thank God for that. We're off the bottom of the league. We've won away and home now. We're flying. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous to say that we're flying. We're not. We're completely not. But at the same time, it's just nice to get a win on the board at home. If you've seen me today, I stink of aniseed Jakemans because I've got such a bad cold and sore throat. So, thank God the referee wasn't too bad. I think after the Southampton game, doing one of these videos, I was struggling vocally. And it wasn't too bad today. There was no shouting at the referee, really. I honestly thought that both teams were pretty poor. And looking back at the stats, I'm really, really surprised that our XG was a lot higher than their XG. It said on Flash Score that we'd had 3 big chances and they'd had 0 big chances. I'm just really stunned because I felt like they had 3 really, really big chances that they should have put away. So I think that might change on Flash Score as the evening goes on, because they could have come away with the win today. If we'd have played like we did against Southampton today, we'd have blown them away. But obviously, with that big blow to Gus Hamer, I don't know when it was. I don't think it was today. I think he probably picked up a knock in training or something like that. And unfortunately, Gus may be out for a month, 2 months, who knows. I think the party line was 6 weeks. I think Danny Hall said 6 weeks. So that's a big blow for Sheffield United. And it could end any sort of thoughts of promotion, in all honesty. However, let's not talk about that right now. Let's not talk about that because we are off the bottom of the league. We played okay in the second half. I'm still not saying good. It felt like there was more fight in that second half. There wasn't a lot to analyse tactically. It just felt like we were up for it more than they were in the second half. So yeah. Just happy that we've won a game of football at home, really, because just seeing the boys walk away and walk around the ground clapping the fans and fans actually walking out happy for once. It's quite ironic, the fact that last season we played a lot of good football, and we left Bramall Lane having won 1-0 a lot of times, and we were down about it. And we're walking away having not played particularly well, from Bramall Lane, having won 1-0 and ecstatic about it. It just shows how things have changed here at Sheffield United, but who cares right now? The Blades have won a game of football, and like I said, we're off the bottom of the league. I wonder who that team could be that are sat rock bottom right now. I'm not going to laugh at Wednesday. I'm not, because at the end of the day, they've shown more heart than we've shown most of the season. But in time for, I suppose, what we've got, a few weeks until the Sheffield derby. Hopefully things are going to turn around and we're going to pick up a few more wins. Because my worry before this game was, if we didn't pick a win up today, if we'd have, drawn the game, especially if they'd have scored a last-minute equaliser today, that would have sent us all the way down, as in down in the dumps. And psychologically, that would have been a big blow for the lads. Probably a bigger blow than losing 1-0 and being rubbish. Actually scoring a goal, getting in front, and then conceding a late equaliser, that would have been really, really bad for morale. So I'm just happy that we've won a game of football. That's all that matters. We're off the bottom of the league, as I've said earlier. Wednesday now, bottom of the league. It sends us into a little bit of positivity going forward. I think a lot of Sheffield United fans were looking forward to this game. I think mostly because we've not had a game for such a long time, especially at Bramall Lane. It was that Southampton game, as I mentioned earlier. That was the last time we played at Bramall Lane, which feels like ages ago. It probably wasn't, but it feels like ages ago. And the fact that how we lost against Hull, missing that penalty, missing a few big chances as well, it felt like we needed a game like the next day to put it right, and we didn't get that. And we went into into the international break kind of down in the dumps and thinking, this is a long time until we can put it right. but we have done today. That's all that matters. I know I keep saying it. I keep repeating myself, but the reason why I keep repeating myself is because it's important. It's very, very important that we won this game today. It sends us to Blackburn on Tuesday night in high spirits. Blackburn are, I believe, either third bottom or fourth bottom. I think they've lost again today. So Blackburn aren't doing too well. Obviously, then we go to Preston. Hecky's men are doing really well. So, at least we've picked up some points, positivity, and we go into the next few games, with a spring in our step. But let's talk about that goal, because I haven't actually seen it back at all. What I normally do is make sure I watch the goal back before I comment on it. But it's some wonderful play between Tanganga and O'Hare. I thought O'Hare and Tanganga were both fantastic today. And I think McCallum was fantastic. And it's good to see him. I'm glad he stopped, because it looked like he was going to go off the pitch and walk round the away end. I'm glad he walked round the home end and got three stands of applause, because he really, really deserved that today. Also, where did that throwing come from? Why have we been holding back that throw? That throw's better than Jack Robinson's throw. And we could go on and talk a little bit more about Jack Robinson, but I won't in this video. It's a bit funny. It's a little bit funny that he scored an own goal and got a red card and they lost. But we're talking about the Blades. And it was such a well-worked goal. I think at times today we worked the ball well, but it just really felt like two teams that were just massively low on confidence, not scoring enough goals, and just not knowing how to create chances or create goals. And that was a big one for us, a big goal, because I'm glad that Callum O'Hare got the goal as well, because he pretty much started it off and finished it off. It was a great knockback in. I'm not sure who it was who knocked it back across. I think it was Brooks. Like I said, I normally watch the goals before I comment on them, but it's so difficult when you've just walked out of the ground and then you start doing a video, because at the time I was just excited. It was just pure excitement that the ball is near their goal, because it didn't feel like we created a lot of chances today, but a great knockback across goal. I think that was a shot, in all honesty, but doesn't matter. It comes back across, Callum O'Hare finishes it. He couldn't really miss it, in all honesty, but who cares? I think it was Tyrese Campbell that flicks the ball goalwards. The keeper makes a good save, and it looks like, I'm going to say Brooks. I'm going to put my neck out and say Brooks, because it's on that left-hand side. It looked like Brooks was going to put the ball in the back of the net. He puts the ball back across goal, and like I say, it's a great finish from the lads. It's not a great finish. I'm just being silly right now. I'm just being silly. It wasn't a great finish. It was just in front of the goal, and he put the ball in the net. We don't care how they go in. It went in. That's all that matters. Like I said, though, they had a lot of really, really big chances in this game that they could and should have put away. If we were playing a team with more confidence today, I feel like we could have been walking away with a point or even nothing. So, that's what we've got to be thankful for. That Watford were rubbish. As they were just as rubbish as we were. Apparently, they had 60% of the possession. And I know probably last 5-10 minutes is bumped those stats up, but I don't think they were too bad. I really don't. I thought we were both pretty poor, but I expected us to come into this game and really, really take it to them. And I don't know if we did. I feel like Watford were the better side for a lot of that game, and that's a slight worry. But like I keep saying, the result's all that matters. As long as we win this game of football and we're walking away not bottom of the league, that's all that matters. I thought the defence played really, really well. Ben Mee winning everything in the air. McGuinness as well, everything in the air. Tanganga, I've already mentioned. Tanganga was solid as a rock. You could call him Tank Ganga, because he's a tank. Get it? But yeah, like I said, all the four defenders today were really, really solid. Mike Cooper didn't really have anything to do in goal. I thought Callum O'Hare was here, there and everywhere and got his goal. Got it, a goal that, he deserved. He very much deserved. And Callum O'Hare has probably been my player of the season. this season so far. I think we all expected, Gus to be playing. I think we all expected a bit of a different team. And, Louis Barry was probably one of the worst players in this game. Might as well say it. Got to. And I feel really sorry for him. I don't know if this is his level. I don't think it is. I think he's too weak, and I don't think he's quick enough, having not been strong enough, if you get me. So the fact that he's not strong enough, you need to have that pace, and he just doesn't. So I think he'll be one of the lads going back to the parent club in January, which Wilder alluded to. I also feel like Binden's probably going to be binned off. I'm flying with these puns today. And I think there's going to be a few more in there. Shackleton really surprised me when he came off the bench, because none of us really expected to see Shackleton at all this season, I don't think. I think everyone's really written him off. And he was everywhere, getting stuck in, winning the headers. He's like this big, maybe even smaller. But yeah, it was good to see. Good to see the lads fighting for each other. And Riedewald as well, coming on, looked very assured in the midfield. He looked exactly what I expected. Ollie said, I think it was in the match preview he did with me, Ollie said that he looks like he's running in treacle at times, from, what other fans have said about him. And at one point when they were running through, he was trying to get back, and I'm like, oh, he's struggling here. He's big time struggling. But he looks very good on the ball, gets stuck in, knows where to be to intercept the ball. I like him. I think he'll be good for us. Gutted also about Tom Davies as well. Tom Davies, we thought we were going to get Tom Davies for a little bit longer. We're going to see that quality from him for a bit more. But unfortunately, Tom Davies is, we might not see him again. You know what it's like with Tom Davies. If he gets an injury, quite often, it's a long one. So, Ogbene, big shout out to Ogbene. Keeps going and going and going and going. His final ball's not always the best, but he just keeps going. And I can't really want more from him, because he beats his man half of the time, I feel. And, he's got that pace, and he's going to put balls into the box, and he's going to cause problems for teams. It just needs to get a little bit better, a little bit more crisp, that pass into the box or that cross into the box. But yeah, other than that, I want to see Danny Ings get a goal. I feel like, he's dying for it, but it's just not coming. But overall, I think did we deserve to win the game? Potentially not, but it doesn't matter. We've won it. Obviously, when you're at home, you should win your home games, especially with the teams that we've got. We should have won a few home games this season, but we haven't. And just going to take it game by game. But we've won this one. We're off the bottom. We're on 6 points. 1 win away, 1 win at home. And the Blades go marching on, hopefully into the next game. And you never know. Imagine 3 wins in 3 after the start we've had. That would be incredible. A real sort of boost for every single player. Chris Wilder. And let's get our season off and running. Thank you very much for watching. Ladies and gents, I'm not going to do too much talking, because you can hear my voice going already. So thank you very much for watching. Please make sure you like the video and leave me a comment. Let me know what you agree with, what you disagree with, and I'll try and reply to every single one of them. Before I go, I nearly forgot. I very, very nearly forgot. I hope you've got to the end of this video, John and Karen, because I met John and Karen just over there in the fan zone from Cornwall, and I had a lovely chat with them. Really, really, really lovely people. And yeah, they said some really nice things about the channel, and that it helps them stay connected even though they live so far away. So thank you very much for coming up and chatting to me today. I really appreciated it, and it put a spring in my step before starting watching the Blades put a spring in everybody else's step. So yeah, thank you, John and Karen. Thank you everybody for watching. Like I say, leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll catch you in the next one. Up the Blades.